What is going on, people? Today I am back with another drawing, and this time it is Superman. I literally drew this last night around 9 o'clock, and I didn't finish until about 1 o'clock in the morning. Didn't realize how much time has passed, so that's why it was that late. Now, I had obviously used, if you've seen the channel, I drew Frieza, I drew Naruto versus Luffy, blah 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 blah. But I didn't love them. That's the reason why I'm not talking about them, and I'm talking about the Superman drawing that you can see in the thumbnail. So anyway, off the rip, let's just start off with the first few layers so I can go over them. So the idea I had for the drawing was basically Superman, ripping off his suit, right, in anger or whatever, and then he was using his laser eyes maybe in anger as well, and so I wanted his head kind of off to the right, as you can see here, right? It's going in that direction. And I feel like the head is overall fine, right? I feel like I should have brought the knuckles in a little bit more. So basically what I should have done is this, right? Regarding the hands, I should have had the knuckles actually here, and then like this, like that, something along those lines, right? And then had the fingers there so you can see it a little bit, and then had the finger there like that, rather than have them as it is now. Let me move this to the side real quick. Rather than have it how it is now, because his hand looks kind of open. But when you have something as thin as like a shirt, there's no need for it to be open. It would be closed like a fist. At least having one of those hands, one of these two hands, be a fist would have been a massive help. But never mind. I mean, I think the message comes across regardless of whether I make a fist or not, but it would have helped a lot, to be fair. Just to bring the expression of the anger of the moment, So obviously he's Clark Kent right now, turning into Superman, blah 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 blah, and so I have him in the suit, as you can see here, the shirt collars and all that stuff. So yeah, I mean the nowadays, whenever I think about drawing something, I need inspiration. I need to think about something in my mind that I think is so cool for me to draw, and oftentimes I don't think about anything that cool, and so most of the time I draw it and I end up giving up halfway through or whatever. But with this one at the gate, I just love the foundation I've drew here, right? This what all this foundation I've drawn here. So I just continued on with it, realizing some of the things I may struggle with in the future, i.e. his hair, right? I knew I was going to struggle with that. I drew it, to be fair, regarding his, I mean, I keep saying like I'm not good with facial expressions, as you can see here, right? All of this. But I think the mouth overall, it looks okay. I'm not in love with it, right? I'm not in love with the mouth. It's fine. The expression is there. But it was good enough that I didn't need to keep trying and keep trying because it was not necessary, and I liked it. The nose, same thing as well. I don't mind the nose too, and the eyes are also fine. The eyebrows fine. Probably could have made them thinner towards the end here, so they went like this, right? But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, and I also knew I would struggle with inking which I'll get into later, but I knew I would struggle with inking like the shoulder areas here of the suit. But yeah, we'll get into that later. Anyway, so let me move into the next few layers. So here usually I go over the inking and the cross section, but because the cross section is kind of minimal in this drawing and not impactful, I'm not going to cover the cross section too much, just a few bits and pieces here and there. Obviously you can see some on the hand, on the fingers here. You can see some on the knuckles and whatnot, on the hands here, right, whatever. Some parts I really like. Some parts I think are kind of meh. I didn't do too much with it, so I just didn't really worry about it so much. And there's not a lot of detail here regarding the cross section or anything like that, so it's just whatever really. And you can see some bits here as well, and then obviously here too. But because I went minimalistic on it, I think overall it looks better. If I would have went too hard on the cross section, it would have looked a little bit messy. But regardless of that, regarding the inking side, I mean, regarding how happy I am, not happy I am with things, I mean, this is kind of all right. I probably would have cleaned this area up a little bit here though. Yeah, so I probably would have cleaned this area up a little bit just to make it a little bit more consistent. Whoops. The sleeve is fine. This again, you can see like I don't like. Oops, daisy. Let's go back real quick. I don't like how these two lines are separated. It doesn't again, I keep going back to the word consistency. It doesn't have any consistency and I just don't like it. So I would have needed to clean this area up here. The chest, I had to just at least get across the fact that obviously there are some muscle definition in this middle part here, and you know, I tried to do some things here along with here as well, just to try and get some kind of definition shown there. I think it's okay. It's whatever really. Obviously the collarbone here. I don't think I needed to go as heavy on the inking as I did here, to be honest. It's a bit much. The neck area here I really like. This is all fine. Like the whole neck area overall is actually really nice. This area here as well is nice. What else? I'll move on to the face in a second. Yeah, this is nice too. The thing I like about this area actually here, right, is the fact that you can see that it's the bicep area, right? And it shows that definition part of the bicep, and I like that a lot, with the creases and stuff like that in between there and whatnot. So I like that a lot. This obviously, because the tie is there, right? Because the tie is right here, you can't see this side of the shoulder, so I didn't need to do too much there. What else? I think this is again a little bit messy. You see, the thing is, when I'm inking, right, I don't like, if something looks like I can get away with it, more times than not I would just continue on with doing something else, because I don't want to spend too much time doing it. On detriment when I come to this review now and I'm looking at how would I change things, how would I improve things, and most of the time I see things like this, right, and I go, that could definitely be fixed, and so forth, right? I just, so yeah, maybe my impatience is my weakness, right? The hand, I think it's fine. Knuckles are a bit messy, but it is what it is. So yeah, that's the whole torso, including the neck area, right? Going into the face now, if I'm completely honest, the ear is fine, I feel like, right? But the whole nose area I'm pretty happy with, but underneath this eye here I'm not really happy with. I think it could have been a little bit cleaner, especially because as well you got these lasers as well. Obviously he's got laser eyes in it, so he's got these lasers coming out. There doesn't need to be any shade here really, like in this area here there doesn't need to be any shade, same as this area too. So I didn't need to go as heavy as I did. Same with this doesn't need to really be there, to be honest, but I don't mind it because again it does show some areas of where the definition would be, because it exposes this eyebrow a little bit more, right? This is whatever really. Yeah, so overall inking side, is it my best work? It's okay, you know, I'm still learning how to ink clothing and stuff like that, so again overall not too bad. Not amazing, but it's okay. Moving on to the next layers. Before I talk about the hair, right? I quite like the way these lasers look. Now, I used a tool in the you can probably see it on the camera. In the you can see me scrolling up and down. In the brush section, that really helped to kind of not, because if I use the tool I have now and I try to create this look, you can see how like solid the red line looks compared to this, where it's kind of translucent. So I like the tool I use there. It's quite nice, it has a nice effect to it. But let me get quickly into the hair actually. So this is the whole completed image, right? So you can see here I've added some shade areas, more shade here, some lights here, a I've shaded some areas where obviously it'd be darker than not. Second, yeah, you can see one thing I actually liked doing was creating the distortion from his glasses. And you can see that his chin goes there, but his chin would actually go more like that. So you can see the distortion there, and you can see the distortion on his neck. It's like that when it should be like that. So it's quite a nice detail to show that it's glass, right? So yeah, apart from everything below there is like fine, right? I like it a lot. Now going to his hair, I knew this is gonna be a tough thing to tackle because I'm not good at drawing or coloring in specifically. Actually, I'm not good at coloring in hair, so I knew this is gonna be a tough task. Now, how do I feel like I did? It's okay. It's the weakest part of this entire drawing, right, to me, but it's passable. It's passable. When I say passable, I'm saying it's good enough for me to upload onto YouTube and onto my channel, right? So it's good enough is what I would say. In the future, I feel like I need to follow, like, cause obviously we have like lines in our head, and then like a spiral pattern like this, right? And it kind of flicks off and goes into the front part of the hair where the head would be here, right? Where the head is like this, right? And then so it will flick off here like this. It'll go like that, whatever, right? I think when it comes to lighting and shading the hair, I need to take that into consideration more so, and it would have made this it would have made it look a lot better to me anyway. Other than that though, I don't really have any major issues, and I think that is it, guys. So yeah, obviously you can see little details like here. You can see the buttons are like flying off his shirt, right? Because he's ripped it open. Yeah, obviously his glasses have been split in two because of the laser eyes. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will be seeing you later. Thank you for watching.